Hey, my name is Zach Winsett with Tree Service SEO. I want to give you a real quick idea of how Google Ads works. A lot of you are doing Google Ads to generate leads for your tree service company, but you may not have a full idea of how this stuff actually works. So I'm going to break that down for you real quick, show you how this stuff works, how you can improve your ads, get more leads for the money you're spending with Google, and get a higher quality score, which will rank you higher than your competitors. So pay attention real quick. I'm going to show you this real fast. So Google Ads, as you may know, are the ads that show up at the very top of the page. So you have, say you do a Google search for something on Google, and you have an ad at the top, then you have your map listings here, and then you have your organic listings, and then you also have ads here, here, and here. Right? So that's the basic, Google page, as you would say. When you do a Google search, you have your ads at the top, ads at the bottom. Now, some of you may know also there's also pages at the very bottom, so you can scroll through and see different pages. All these pages have ads at the top and the bottom. So the way Google works is it's an auction. People don't realize this, but every time that you actually do a Google search on Google, you are entering yourself into an auction. So the way this works is you have competitor 1 and competitor 2. And say, for example, this competitor number 1 is bidding $10 on a keyword. Competitor 2 is bidding $15 on a keyword. And then you're bidding $20 for a keyword. Now, the way this works is whoever wins the auction pays 1 cent higher than their competitor. So, for example, in this case, competitor 2, say you're bidding $20 and competitor 2 is bidding $15, you're gonna win the auction because you're the highest bidder, and you're gonna pay $15.01 for that placement. That's the way this works. You're entered into an auction every time someone and you're bidding on these keywords and someone does a Google search for the keyword you're bidding on. That's the way this auction works. So in this case, with these competitors, you're gonna pay $15.01 to have that click. The click is not a lead. A click is just a click through on the ad that takes them to the landing page or website or wherever you're sending your traffic to. So that's the way this works. So your best thing you can do is think about your daily budget. How much do you want to spend per day? If you know that your average cost per click is $15 a click, you need to be spending, and if you want to get, say, 10 leads a day, right? So 10 leads a day, on average, it usually takes 2 to 3 clicks to generate 1 lead. So you're looking for 10 leads per day. That's your goal. Then you need to have 30 clicks. 30 clicks per day. Right? 30 clicks per day to generate 10 leads. So to get your daily budget, what you should be spending to get that 10 leads per day or 30 clicks per day. So 10 leads or 30 clicks is what you're looking for. You need to multiply this times your average cost per click. So if I'm spending, my competitors, my average cost per click is $15.01. To get 10 leads out of that, I need to do 30 times 15. So that comes up to a total budget per day of $450. Now, before you say, oh my goodness, that's a lot, think about 10 leads and what that'll do for your business. So 10 leads per day, and you know that for 7 days a week, on average, that's going to give you close to 300 leads per week. 300 leads per month. So 300 leads per month how much revenue is that going to generate for you? So think about your average, revenue you're generating per tree job. I know it varies. It depends on if it's multiple trees, trimming, you got all these different variables involved. But think about your average. Go back and look at your numbers for last month and think about how much revenue is generated on one lead on average, and then multiply that times 300. Now, you're not going to land all 300 of these leads, of course. So you also got to think about your conversion rate as far as, being able to convert these leads into estimates and estimates into, paying jobs. So say, for example, you're a decent closer and you can close 50% of these jobs. So of these leads. So now you're at 150 jobs. Right? So then you just scored 150 jobs because you said you can close 50%, right, of 300 leads. So you had 150 jobs. Multiply that times your average revenue. And there you go. That's how you can come up with your return on investment. So yes, you're spending $450 a day, but 150 jobs times your average revenue. Let's just go, for example, your average revenue is $2,000. So 2K. So 150 times 2K. Yeah, you just added an additional 300K revenue for that month by investing $450 in Google Ads. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, well, if this was this easy, why isn't everybody else doing it? There's another factor that goes in with Google Ads that a lot of people don't talk about, and that's called quality score. You see, Google grades the advertiser based on the quality of the ad and the user experience you're delivering through Google. So everyone's given a grade. The higher the score, the higher the grade, the less you're going to pay per click, and also you're going to get ranked higher on the rankings within the Google Ads platform. So you'll get a better placement. So what I tell people is you have some competitors. Let's just erase this real quick. You have some people out there that just say, you know what, I want to be number one on Google. I don't care what it takes, for me to whatever I have to pay, I want to make sure I'm number one. So I'm going to tell you something about number one placement in just a second, but number one placement, we reserve that for those that just have unlimited budget. So number one, unlimited budget. These guys are the ones that are spending $1,000 a day just to make sure they are listed. Right? So unlimited budget. Number two and number three placement, which are at the very top up here. This is where the smart money lives. And I'll say this. This is where the smart money is. Because these people are going to pay less per click than the person paying at the very top, because they're paying attention to things such as quality score. Also, if you look at the click map for Google, you'll notice that most clicks from Google come from the second and third paid position, and also the map listings. So number one, a lot of people skip number one because they just know they're just being paid. They're overpaying. They have unlimited budget. They're a pretty large company or whatever, and they don't want to mess with this. They probably don't think they can afford the services this company provides because they are paying number one on Google. So 2 and 3 is the smart money, and this is where I like to get my clients ranked at. So all the tree service companies I work with, we work within the number 2 and 3 spot. Now, because what we're going to do here is we're going to take that daily budget of $450. We're going to drop that down. We're not going to spend $450. We're going to we might spend $100 a day, right? So $100 a day, because we're paying attention to our quality score, we're going to rank higher than the ones that are bidding here and actually pay less cost per click, right? So we're going to be ranking above companies, our competitors, that aren't paying attention to quality score. The only thing they're paying attention to is, the only thing they're paying attention to how much they're spending in Google every single day, right? They're not spending. They don't have their campaign set up and they're not optimized correctly to deliver a high quality score. So, how do you get high quality score? Being relevant. So being relevant means that your keywords that you're bidding on, the ad you placed out there on Google, and even the landing page, wherever you're sending your traffic to, all that is very relevant. So all the keywords are related to each other. You have some people that will take an ad on Google and they'll just throw in keyword, and it all goes to one ad, right? So they have one ad running and it's supposed to service all these keywords. Well, these keywords might be stump grinding, stump removal, tree trimming, tree removal, cabling, you name it, plant health care. I mean, it's got so many different keywords in here, and there's got one little ad running, and that one little ad will take them to the homepage of their website, right? So going to the homepage. Now, what's wrong with this? This gives you a low quality score because all these keywords are not related to this ad, and this ad is not fully related to the homepage. Your homepage. Some of you guys are doing a really bad job with your websites. It doesn't have a really good call to action. You have to actually go to your homepage and then click on, contact us page to even pull up a phone number, right? Or even a form for them to fill out. So what I like to do is I remove the homepage and we send them to what we call landing pages. And so the way we build this out, instead of a big list of keywords we're bidding on, we're going to bid on tightly knit keywords, tightly related keywords. So for example, if I may have 3 or 4 keywords for tree removal, right? So tree removal keywords, I'm going to then send those keywords to an ad about tree removal. That ad for tree removal is going to then go to a landing page about tree removal. And now you see everything is tightly related. We have tree removal keywords we're bidding on. We're going to the tree removal ad, and then that ad is being taken to a page that just focuses on tree removal service, right? On that page, we're going to have a phone number. And we're also going to have a contact form. Right? Okay. So that's how you increase your quality score. Most companies aren't doing this. Like I said before, they're just stacking in all their keywords that they ever want to rank for, have their ad shown for 1 or 2 ads, maybe, if they're lucky, and then they'll have a landing page. So on the ad, we're actually creating 3 different ads. So we're always split testing 3 ads here. So we got 3 ads running at all times. And what we do, we let the ads run for about a week. let the ads run for about a week, and then we basically pause the lowest performing ad and then recreate a new ad based on a different headline or different description. And that's the way we always split testing 3 ads at one time. That's how you increase your quality score. Now, the other way you can increase your quality score is through your keywords. So we have a list of keywords. After you let your ads run for between 2 and 3 weeks, you would have a really good sense if your keywords are working. And what you can search on your Google console, you can search for something called searched keywords. So search keywords is going to show you all the keywords that your ad was actually shown for. This is the keywords that people actually typed into Google to see your ad. Now, what you want to do is on a periodic basis, I used to do this about once every 2 weeks. Go through the ad account, look through the search keywords, and see if that search term is something that you want your ad to show for. So, for example, if you're bidding on a keyword such as tree removal, and it's a broad keyword, we don't have any quotations or anything around that, what's going to happen is you're actually going to show up for things such as Christmas tree removal. We're getting close to Christmas time. There's a lot of searches out there for people who come in and remove their Christmas trees out of their house. You don't want to show up. You don't have your tree removal service ad showing for Christmas trees. So when you see the word Christmas tree removal show up, you just add it to your negative list. So you can add this to your negative list and your positive list. So when you add things to your negative list, your ad will not be shown for that search term any longer. So what we do is we go through these searched keywords on a periodic basis, go in and make sure that these keywords are tightly knit to the product or service that we're wanting to show our ads for. And if you do this on a periodic basis, it's going to increase your quality score. And again, your quality score is going to give you a higher placement on the search without having to pay more, right? So very important to do that. Something else I wanted to cover real quick was something that I'm seeing a lot of people do, and it's a big mistake. It's called smart campaigns. So Google has figured out that a lot of companies are struggling to build campaigns inside of Google Ads. So what they did was they came out with the smart campaigns. Smart campaigns is basically an ad builder on Google, but the problem with it is it gives all the control of that ad to Google. So as far as the budget, as far as the keywords, as far as the placement, all that is basically you're relying on Google to do that stuff for you. The problem with this is you overpay big time. I saw one company that was paying, they were spending about $400, I would say about $400 a day on smart campaigns, and they were getting very few leads, and the leads that were coming in were very poor quality. So smart campaigns, we just don't do those. What I want to look at as far as running Google ads, you want to look for search campaigns. This is what you want to run. Search campaigns for your tree service companies. You do not want to run smart campaigns, even down to the budgeting. Like I said, Google controls it, and we don't recommend running smart campaigns at this time. So if you have any questions about Google, or if you're not really sure about your Google account if it's set up properly, definitely reach out to me. You can give me a ring here at 678-810-1683. I'll be glad to go over your Google ad accounts with you over the phone, run an audit for free for you over your ad accounts, and make sure that you have this stuff set up properly. Because a lot of companies are just missing one or two different switches and things and features that need to be enabled or disabled in their ad account to help them to be more effective and optimize more properly and get more leads for the money they're spending in Google. So if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call or send me a text message at that number. You guys take care.